Okay, let's get back to chapter 30. The lawnmower hopefully went away. Nell walked over to Max. He bent over the case and quickly slid the button on the latch. The latch clicked, and slowly the lid opened. Inside was an object of pure beauty, Ravenhead's trumpet. The trumpet was pure gold and embedded with hundreds of tiny eyes made of jewels that glimmered in the moonlight. For a moment they were speechless, and finally Nell found her voice. "Can you still play?" Nell said. Max knew what she meant. The hand he used to finger the keys was gone, taken by Frisia's skull. "If you help me," he said. "Help you? I taught you once before. Oh, I was terrible. You were fine. Just hold out your hand." And Nell did. Max took it in his. He opened her palm and shook each of Nell's fingers as he talked. "Remember, this finger is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3. When I start to blow, you push. 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. It's a simple song, but it's all we've got." All night Nell nodded, listening intently. She could hear Rose letting out a desperate chirp. Oops, sorry. She turned to look at her, but Max shook her hand. "We're going to save her," Max said, "but you need to focus. Say it to yourself and move your fingers." Nell did as she was instructed. 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, she said, and back to the beginning. "I want my bird," Shivers roared, tossing the whiskey bottle into the fire. "Ooh." "Coming, boss," the big clown said. As he ran toward the bird, one of the skeletons threw a large stone that hit him in the head. "Hey!" he snarled, turning toward the skeletons, his knife drawn. "Now!" Max said. He put the trumpet to his lips. The mouthpiece was cold and smooth. Its jeweled eyes seemed to be staring at him, and he took a deep breath. Nell stood right beside him and placed her fingers on the cool pearl pads of the keys. Max nodded and began to blow. As he did, Nell counted to herself, pushing down on the buttons. The eyes on the side of the horn came alive as a loud and glorious noise, like the trumpeting of 1,000 geese, blasted out of the horn. So that's pretty loud. The song was a quickly changing kaleidoscope of sound. It was a moan and a shout. It was a squeal of joy at a midnight dance hall, the broad cheer of a parade, and the rising charge of an approaching army. It was every sound they'd ever heard hidden inside one, but above all, it was music, beautiful music, soft and sweet. The clowns stood frozen for a moment, heads cocked to the side as they listened to the music, unexpected in a place where usually the only sounds were the scratch of leafless trees, the howls of beasts, and the screams of wounded victims. They had no idea what to make of it. It produced nothing in them but anger. Oh, that's weird. For the skeletons, it was different. The music fell upon them, tearing loose long-buried memories of another life. Like rain upon parched earth, awakened sprouts of fresh grass, the skeletons became new. Blue, brown, and green eyes filled hollow sockets. Soft skin of every color rushed over hard bones. Hair, long and short, curly and straight, sprouted from bald skulls. In a matter of seconds, this sad band of walking dead became human beings, bursting with life, warm and beautiful. They looked at each other, laughing and weeping and shouting with joy, and all at once they remembered what they needed to do. With shouts, they charged. It was more than an attack, it was a celebration. The clowns were taken by surprise. Stones rained down on them, clubs swung. A big skeleton, now large and fearsome man, snatched a burning branch from the fire and swung it with a shout. Seeing their evil master clowns were being attacked, the slaves broke their chains and joined in the fight to destroy them. As the former skeletons fought, Nell ran over to Rose and set her free. The small bird, suddenly unbound, darted forward, chasing the clowns, pecking at their heads before doubling back and landing on the umbrella, which was still stuck in the dirt. Shivers knew he had lost, but he alone did not run. "All right," he snarled, swinging his sword at the line of men and women approaching. "I'm gone, but don't think I won't see you again." He sneered at Nell. "If you ever find yourself in the wicked places again, I will be waiting for you." Max gave the trumpet a hard blast, and Shivers' top hat burst into flames. With a yowl, he threw it down and ran off into the darkness of the woods. The former skeletons cheered, and for the next few hours they wouldn't let Nell or Max stop playing. They blew into the trumpet and played song after song as their former skeletons and slaves danced into the night. The former skeletons delighted in their skin, in their strength, in the smell of the fire. They passed the little skeleton turned human around, kissing her giggling head of golden curls as she thrilled in having a body, although she was too young to even remember what it had been like. Rose was being petted and whispered to all night long by the old lady who kept calling her baby. As one song ended, Nell's eyes were drawn to the flash of light streaking through the sky. Ooh, do you think it's them? The entire forest shook as the bright light shone from above, blinding them all, and with a hum, a large flying ship landed in the clearing beside them. And there we have it. There's our climax. At least that's my guess. That's the end of that chapter. Okay, I'll stop here and start again. See ya.